So now Sony stuff, because like I said, we had a lot of things to cover this year. Yeah, for today's couple of weeks, and a lot of things happened.
Yeah.
Now Sony just announced that its overall sales of PlayStation 4s have increased to 18.5 million worldwide.
Damn.
Yeah,
A lot.
that is a lot. So still the top one. Microsoft and Nintendo have not announced any new numbers, but that's the newest one for Sony. Sony just loves putting out numbers out there.
Yeah.
Now, here's the other thing, too. We teased this earlier, too. The PS4 and the Vita were going to come out in China January 11th. As you can tell, this is already past January 11th, and it's not out. Well, it's been delayed. Apparently, it's the new launch date is to be announced.
Yeah.
And apparently, there's a rumor going around that's saying that it's probably because of region locking. But who knows about that one?
Who knows?
The PlayStation Vue TV service is coming in early 2015. Where basically it's a cloud-based TV service that's going to debut. And it's going to come to like other things like iPad and other non-Sony devices. And some of the networks that are going to be on there are CBS, Fox, NBC Universal, Viacom, and more like that. So it's kind of a subscription-based like TV thing. I don't know.
Whatever. TV on the go.
Yeah. And we talked about too when the PSN was hacked, Sony was still offering discounts and PS Plus extensions after the downtime, so that's really cool of them.
Well, I mean, yeah, you kind of have to. If someone's paying for a service they can't use because you're being restricted, you have to make up that time for them.
Yeah. 5 free-day extensions, so that's pretty cool. In Japan, of course, we talked about this. The Vita has a lot more games coming out, about 39 games coming out for the PS Vita in Japan alone, more than any other console, which is, like I said, pretty damn good.
But like I said, quality over quantity.
Mm-hmm. Finally, about PlayStation, because, I mean, damn, we kind of breezed through that one. The PlayStation Now, have we talked about this before, how controversial it was, where basically it's like, why would you rent a game for the cost of the game for like 90 days or whatever and everything else? Well, now it doesn't look like they're going to be a rent per game service. It's going to be a subscription service where you're going to pay a fee for a month. So coming from Sony, gamers will be able to choose from a monthly subscription plan for $19.99 per month or a 3-month plan for $44.99, bringing it down to about $15 a month. And there's a free 7-day trial that provides all access to all games in the subscription service that will be offered at launch.
Interesting. Because, yeah, you wouldn't pay for a game you're only have for 90 days.
Yeah, I still remember Guacamelee. That bugged me. It was like $15 for like a 90-day thing, but if you spent $15, you could like own it like for like ever, or supposedly forever anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, come on now. I mean, thankfully this makes more sense, but how it's gonna improve or not, I have no idea. But apparently they got a lot of negative feedback on just the individual game prices.
Yeah, that would be a reason.
Mm-hmm. Going on to Microsoft now, because we had a lot of things there. Microsoft's service, it's just been up and down ever since that DDoS attack. Same thing with PSN. But I mean, it comes back, it comes and goes. Microsoft's still trying to correct the problem as well because it's just been hell for them too. I mean, think about the gamers. Think about the other side too.
Yeah, it's been a pain. It's just like when you pay for a service and it goes down. That's it annoys people.
Going to Minecraft on Xbox, apparently, not only that for the PC as well, there's a Simpsons mod for it, and you're paying it's a skin pack. It's just for $2, coming out for the Xbox 360 and Xbox One for February, and it looks kind of bad.
Yeah, it's stupid.
But hey, no, they're making money off of that game now. Microsoft's gonna make money off it somehow. They spent $2 billion of it.
Oh yeah, it's dumb. Hey, what do you want to say?
Yeah.
I mean, when you play on PC, you can get skins for free. So.
Yeah, exactly. Call of Duty Advanced Warfare is going to have their DLC come out January 27th. Of course, it's going to be exclusive to Xbox Live first. Eventually, it'll come out for the PSN. Yeah. So so far they haven't announced the time. But then again, too, That's the same thing with like Destiny, where people are just like, that's like karma for Xbox, where for forever Xbox has always got the exclusive for Call of Duty and everything else first, and there was always things for Xbox first. Now Sony's getting the exclusives, and it's like, haha. But then Call of Duty, they get everything first on the Xbox because yeah, Call of Duty.
I mean, yeah, Sony's getting the Destiny exclusives, but Destiny sucks.
Yeah. So now here's another thing too that ended this year. The Xbox One promotional price. It was going down went down to $350 for the holiday season, and now as of January 3rd, the Xbox One is going to be back to $400, which already is.
Which is dumb.
I think so too. I think it should have just stayed at $350 and continued to sell well, because now I just feel like people are going to be less interested in the game or in the console itself because it's just at a regular price of $400.
Yeah.
Forza 6 was announced. So that's a thing.
Cool.
That's the only thing we have on that.
It's announced. Not too much else on it.
Yeah, that's really it. And apparently there was something about that Xbox did, where somebody that reported that some developers were getting tools and stuff that allows for more CPU power for developers as the console releases the more updates. And apparently, this is it. The one of the updates is basically one of the 2 cores reserved for background system operations, almost like how the PS4 is. It apparently changes that 7th core to do certain things that will give them more power to make maybe more powerful games. So we'll see how that plays out in the future.
And people like more powerful games.
Yeah, that's true, especially on that where PS4 is basically a more powerful system, and even though Xbox One and the PS4 have basically the same things, it's the more powerful thing.
Yeah.
Microsoft is going to discontinue the Kinect for Windows.
There was a Kinect for Windows?
Yeah, there was, and it's going to be disconnected now. So, too bad. That's it. That's it for you.
I didn't even know there was one.
Xbox One actually won an Emmy.
Emmy?
Yeah.
For what?
They gave an Emmy for television enhancements that was awarded at the 66th Annual Technology and Engineering Emmy Awards on Thursday, or like last week. The ceremony was held in conjunction with the CES.
Interesting.
Yeah, I guess all the new things that they're doing with TV, because basically Xbox One and TV are the same, right? They don't care about gaming. Remember that? Yeah,
the entertainment system is not.
And then one last thing about Xbox One. A lot of Xbox One users couldn't play Far Cry 4. And even though they paid for it, there was some crazy issue. Ubisoft had acknowledged it. Nobody knew what it was. Nobody knew why or how. People are saying it's probably a consequence of DRM. What had happened exactly? Well, it's currently not listed on the Xbox Marketplace, even though it's impossible to access. And it doesn't. Right now, Xbox Live Service didn't access it as an issue, and there's still no word on why it stopped working. They just here's the thing, because it like the problem was solved, of course, but they never said why. So here's a statement that Ubisoft said: if customers own the right to a game, they can visit their download history and initiate a re-download whenever they please, even if the game has been delisted from the Xbox Store and no longer available for purchase. That's what someone told VideoGamer.com, which is the people who broke that story to begin with.
Yeah, people pay for games. You should be able to play it.
Yeah, but the thing is, you can download it, but it was unplayable. It was removed from the Xbox Marketplace, and it just was unplayable. So that's the weird thing about this. And it was just a weird thing that happened. It seems so bizarre that it just happened. And this is like gaming. This is video gaming in the future right now. This is what this is. And the fact that that a game cannot work because it doesn't appear in a store just is bizarre, and they have no explanation for it.
Huh.
That just seems funny and weird to me.
Yeah, that's like, I don't know. I don't have a real comment. It's just, that is bizarre.
Yeah, exactly. See where I'm coming from, man? So PC stuff, we're going to Steam. Steam has a frames per second counter, FPS counter, that you can now put it as an option in your games now. Cool.
No, I feel like an FPS counter should be like mandatory.
Yeah, I mean, there was mods and stuff to allow it. Whether I didn't know a lot of people just needed it. I mean, they do, because you always want to know how many frames you're at.
You
want
to know how
bad
you're lagging.
Yeah, exactly. You want to know how bad you're lagging and whatnot. So who knows? the Steam machine. We talked about it last year in our year in review that the Steam machines, have to come out, whether the market's ready for it. That was the thing. We still haven't seen anything of a Steam machine yet. I still remember those beta consoles sent out to people, and they got really meh reviews. Whether it's still going to come out, who knows? But or maybe, hopefully, Steam's still going to go out and pursue that.
I still don't see the purpose of a Steam machine. It's a computer.
Yeah, that's true, I guess. Oculus Rift. Apparently, there's an Oculus killer. It's called 3D Head, and it's basically this giant thing that it looks like a tablet, and you just strap it to your head, and it looks freaking weird. It makes you look like a giant alien or like a robot or something. It's just super weird.
What is that?
I don't know, dude. And I mean, the Oculus Rift, at least it's practical. This thing, I don't even know what the hell to call it.
No. You call that no. No,
Yeah.
thank you.
Yeah, definitely a no on that one. Grand Theft Auto 5, which I wasn't aware was delayed on PC, and it still is being delayed. It's going to be delayed up until March 24th. So, damn, PC gamers have been waiting forever for this game.
Yo, for real.
Yeah, seriously. Last thing, one last Minecraft story. You can have an option to change your name in Minecraft soon. Finally.
Great. Cool, man. I guess some people don't like the name they chose, I guess.
Yeah, back in 2009 when they picked some sort of kiddie name. Now it's like, I'm old.
Sure.
I guess. I don't know. That's what
That's
happens normally.
why people should just be consistent.
Yeah, that's true. But then
My
again,
name is the same and everything.
yeah, when you were younger, you didn't have any other name?
No.
Wow. I had different screen names.
Actually, I did.
All right, I was going to say, when I was younger, I had different screen names, and then I picked one. I was like, that's going to be the one that's going to be with me for a while. That one makes sense.
No, I did. I had a name I used a long time ago.
It's dead now. Nobody uses it. You don't use it anymore. That's it.
The game is that name is retired.
One last story about PC stuff, so it has to do with the internet. The Internet Archive has about 2,400 MS-DOS games to play online right now. Games like Bust-A-Move, Commander Keen, and Metal Gear. So if you want, so some of them are. It's still beta, so some games might give you issues. But it's definitely going to. It's definitely something if you want to check out, you definitely check that out.
Most def.
Oh yeah. And now the last stuff, everything else that we have, the lightning round. The first lightning round of the year, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So starting off the lightning round, a swatter got jail time. 5 years jail time, man.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
We're very much against swatting here, and someone actually got caught, arrested, going to jail.
Good.
Good.
Some immature kid called the cops on someone for no reason.
Yeah, he pleaded guilty. He was arrested back in 2011, dating to crimes before. Has been in custody ever since. He was part of a group along with 6 others who spent years manipulating caller ID tech to call in swatting hoaxes. The other members were all arrested and sentenced between 2008 and 2009. So there you go.
Good.
Other serious stuff from that. They probably caught another person for the PSN hack. So there you go. No real details on that one so far. But yeah, the PSN network being down and everything else. Xbox Live from Lizard Lounge is definitely catching up to him now.
Yeah, no, it's definitely that's a good thing. Like, stop being jerks.
Yeah. Tekken 7 is gonna get its first Saudi Arabian character, Shaheen. They're getting real global and really crazy in Tekken 7, so I don't know. We'll see. Tekken 7 is getting interesting with that one.
Sounds interesting.
Kung Lao, Goro, and Katana are going to be in Mortal Kombat X.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens. Kung Lao is actually an aged man now. His hat's kind of hot, though. It's like basically a buzzsaw. Yeah, he's like an older man in grays and stuff. Goro, I don't even know what it looks like because he's kind of shadowy, but you can tell by the forearms that it's freaking Goro.
Well, also because they've already announced that it's Goro.
Yeah, that's true, too.
They said it's Goro.
Yeah.
But, yeah, Kung Lao looks old. I don't know how I feel about that because Kung Lao's always been like, Liu Kang's young sidekick.
Well, remember, this game is actually set in the future, so they're actually progressing the story of Mortal Kombat. So, there you go. A fan remakes. Someone's remaking Paper Mario, the original one for the N64, and just upping the graphics. It's the new Paper Mario project, and it's going to work with the N64 emulator. So, basically, he's just up-resing the all the sprites and everything in the game.
Dope.
Yeah. So what did it look like before? which is actually kind of interesting because I never played the game, so I don't really remember it. But to update the graphics of that, the actual sprites and the backgrounds and everything else is actually kind of interesting.
Yeah, they look a little less pixely.
Yeah, especially on the 64. Man, everything was like pixely, but it looked great at the time.
Yeah.
It sure did. It didn't hold up though, not at all.
Well, it's not supposed to.
There was a near mint condition. Like, there's only like 2 copies in the world that's rare of Stadium Events. It's an NES game listed on eBay. It was going for $100,000.
My God.
I don't know if it actually was bought, if it actually was a legit bid. I have no idea. But I don't think they were gonna actually sell it for that, and it doesn't look like it because I'm looking at it right now. Right now, it was actually sold at $35,000. It wasn't gonna sell for $100,000.
100,000, please.
Yeah, that had to be a fake bid, but thankfully, yeah. But that game, super rare games. Damn it.
Yeah.
I don't even know how you would get a game like that anyway. Sometimes I don't know how you get rare games in general, man. I don't know.
You buy them when they're released. It turns out not to be popular, so it becomes a rare game.
But factory sealed game, damn. That's a game that has 2 sealed in the world. Sealed.
Whatever. I mean,
Right.
guy's lucky.
Yeah, that's like I thought about with Conker's Quest, or not Conker's Quest. I always call it that. That's how old I am. But no, Conker's Bad Fur Day, where I didn't know how much that game was going to cost. I remember buying it from having my dad buy it from Blockbuster when the Blockbuster was selling their old games at one point. Like, they weren't going out of business yet. There was still the time when they still were selling games or renting games out and movies, and they would sell the old games that they weren't going to rent anymore because of the new generation of games.
Yeah.
So I remember seeing it out. They put it outside, like, here, buy these games or whatever, and they had Conker's Bad Fur Day. I think we bought it for like $10. Like, honestly. And it was sealed and everything too, so I remember opening it up and everything. So I still have the box and everything, but I think that goes for a couple of $100 now.
Dang.
So, yeah, I played the hell out of that game, for damn sure.
Hell yeah.
Going on to Assassin's Creed, the movie. Yes, there was actually an Assassin's Creed, the movie.
Well, there's going to be.
Yeah, I mean, there still is.
Yeah.
The thing is, it's going to be released at a different time. I didn't know there was actually a date set, but apparently the date has changed. It will hit theaters December 21st, 2016. So there you go.
That's a year. That's an entire 2 years away.
Yeah, basically.
Huh.
Yeah. So apparently too, there was a giant Pac Man stage spotted in LA, which is kind of funny and kind of random, but it's
Pretty
not
cool though.
But it's not really random because that's actually a thing from Bud Light.
The up for whatever Super Bowl thing.
Yeah, it's probably gonna be aired during the Super Bowl, but it's a commercial. It's like the Down for Anything series, so I guess they put whoever they got the Down for Anything in a giant Pac Man maze.
That's awesome.
Which is pretty cool though. It looks really awesome. I
would love
it.
to do that. That'd be
Hell
sweet.
Yeah, talking about the fan-made games from earlier, like we talked about Paper Mario. Someone's making an HD remake of Mario 64, which is actually really cool.
That is dope.
We'll put video of that because I was out there. I know it's a rough cut. I've seen it before, but I think there's more stuff added to it from when it was first shown. Mighty Number 9 is almost finished, and Keiji Inafune was actually posted a video online about it. He says right now at this point, they're almost done, and they're busy porting the game to other consoles. Because remember, it's going to be PC first, because that's what it was for the Kickstarter, and then it's moving on to like the Wii U, PS4, Xbox One, all that. So it's going to be everywhere. Hell yeah. The Writers Guild actually has the nominated people who have written video games. Here's the games thing, which actually is kind of cool. The Writers Guild of America acknowledging video games, which I didn't know they actually did that. So to see this for these 4 games is actually pretty cool. Alien Isolation, Assassin's Creed, Freedom Cry, Assassin's Creed Unity, and Last of Us Left Behind for DLC. That's really cool, actually.
Interesting.
And then finally, the game Elite Dangerous, which is a game which basically created the entire galaxy, or maybe the universe, or whatever visible universe that we have anyway, and it recreated all that. And it's almost probably going to be impossible to probably fly through all this and explore through all this.
Dear God.
But no, someone's trying to put people together and explore it.
An exploring team.
Yeah, an explorer team. 1,000 people are coming together to actually explore all of space that is allowed in this game.
That's awesome. Best of luck, my friends.
Yeah, I don't know how long that's actually going to take, but holy crap.
It'll take a while.
Yeah, it might take a little bit. It's basically the first great expedition with one goal to explore Elite Dangerous's 400 billion star systems, or at least as many of them. Yeah. To explore as much of it, people with some people would just abandon the game completely and just go for it. So it's not something that's quick. It's actually going to take a lot of time.
Well, yeah, it's a lot of ground to cover.
Look around. It's just space, man. I mean,
well, you know what I'm saying. You know what I mean.
know
I have to be all Mr. Literal over here.
Yeah, but that's crazy that there was a game that has the entire galaxy and whatnot out there like that. But it actually is the galaxy, not the universe. If it's the universe, I don't know, but the galaxy. But as far as going beyond that and trying to find everything, holy crap, dude! You kind of are challenging and kind of the developers made it for a reason. They obviously wanted people to maybe see it or just go, all right, that looks nice from a distance. But there's people that are going to actually go out there
and check it out.
Yeah. So
nice.
I hope that you see some cool videos that come out of this because, why not? This, especially the detail of the developers. And I bet you the developers are secretly loving this too because, come on now, it shows off their work. You got to get appreciated for that. Why not, right?
So, good. Best of luck, gentlemen.
Yes.
And ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, and that's about it, ladies and gentlemen, for the Two Broke Gamers podcast, our return podcast. That's a hell of a show.
Next week will not be this long. I can promise you that.
Yes, we wanted to cover our bases and cover all the stuff we found interesting and even the little things that counted too. There was a lot of things announced and, future things, if some event happens, of course, the show will be longer. If not, the show will be shorter. This show took a long time. Not gonna lie,
way too much time.
But yeah, it was fun in the end, though. It was awesome,
and of
course, videos coming along too. Everything's gonna be cool this year. So yeah, you can follow us on Twitter at 2BrokeGamersPod. It's the number 2 at 2BrokeGamersPod, or you can follow us individually.
I am at Steve B Angelism. It's AGILISM,
and I'm at TAH_Rick Terrick. And also we have follow us on YouTube. Just give us a like,
subscribe, comment. Rate,
all that. We're on SoundCloud. We had a SoundCloud for a little bit just for one show because we kind of our lives didn't allow us to have a video up, so we had audio up. So we have that. What we're doing with it, we don't know, but it's out there. So if you want to check it out, it's of course Two Broke Gamers Podcast on SoundCloud, and of course our blog twobrokegamerspodcast.wordpress.com. Check that out. It's going to be filled with more content than it already has, and it has some content on it already. Which will probably most likely house this show because there was a lot of content on here for this.
Yes.
Other than that, we'll see you guys next week. We hope you have fun.
Yeah.